All right, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Tobias, Self Shack. All right, there's no football this week. It's just FA Cups and championships. All right, just talking about if Liverpool top of the league, 4-0 against Bournemouth, kind of routine win. If Klopp wins the league with basically rejuvenating the side, bringing a new midfield in, and wins the league, does that make him number one manager in the Prem ahead of Pep of the body of work he's done?
No. Just keep it simple, man. Like, I think you try to trigger me sometimes when you come up with these things, yeah. But you can't. Just because you say rejuvenated midfield? Your midfield was dead. I told you this before. Like, you've improved your midfield, and Man City have had a overhaul as well as. So are we going to just ignore that fact off the back of winning the treble? So we can't just say that. I understand. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say the resources. You're going to delve deep into that side of things. But unfortunately, it is what it is. We can't compare otherwise. And there's something else to be said for keeping a team motivated that continue to win. So we can. It's like apple and oranges in a way, because they do the same job, but they've always done it from a different standpoint. Klopp has always been the underdog, and Pep has always had the most resources. So it's hard when you look at it that way. But then on the reverse, you wouldn't see it any other way. Like, they both suit where they're at, if you know what I mean. Like, it suits, and doesn't necessarily mean that you give Klopp all the resources in the world that he's going to make a better team than what he has now. I feel like his motivation is based off being the underdog, and I think that's how that's his prime sort of motivation for his teams and players and the fans. Like, we can't ignore how significant the fans are for Liverpool and the love that they have for him, which all bodes the same. Like, City have no fans, so it's what would he be working? What would he be working off? You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be going home looking for
the empty ad.
motivation.
The empty ad, boy.
So this is always going to be one of those debates, and it will always come up. But I don't think you'll ever see Klopp go to a team with maximum resources.
No,
it just doesn't suit him.
It's a good point you picked up about Pep having. Yes, he might have the resources to succeed, but you have to succeed, and that's what he's done everywhere he's gone. I think Pep's impact on football, especially in this country, if you look at, I see a lot of academy football, and they're playing all the same ways. Goalkeepers are playing from the back. They're good with their feet. You're seeing training sessions where the goalkeepers are in the training sessions, in the drills. And I think that's all from Pep. I think you look at the style of play from all teams playing from the back. That's Pep. You look at Brighton, how Brighton play. That's Pep's style, where De Zerbi's come from. So
I know what you're saying. I know what we're saying. I know we're saying Pep because it goes back to but that's been Barcelona. That's been them for how many, since Cruyff era?
Yes, and you're right. But England have always had a way of playing. England have always had a way of playing, and 1 minute. Yeah, England always had a way of playing the Premier League. It's always had their style of play, and I just feel when Pep's come into the Premier League, I think it's just he's put his impact on the actual Premier League as a whole, and you're just seeing all the teams playing a different style of football. Most teams are playing from the back.
On that, if we say that, has that improved anything?
No, but that's what I'm saying. What Premier League was about is that their style was a completely different. But now everybody's playing the same. That's why you're seeing loads of big score lines, 4-3s, 5-2s, 4-4s, because everyone's playing the same way. You're getting bang average players trying to play from the back. And I think that's Pep's impact on the Premier League. But on the other hand, with Liverpool, what you talked about, yes, he's never had the resources as Klopp's never had the same resources as Pep. But I don't think Pep could do the same job as Klopp with the resources. And I believe that Klopp could do the same job as Pep.
I don't.
I think if he had the Man City team, because reason being, Man City don't really have no genuine superstars in their team that they've built into star players. So I think if Klopp had Man City, I think he wins leagues after leagues. I think he wins Champions Leagues. I think he wins more Champions Leagues. But I think if you put Pep in Liverpool's team with the resources, I don't think he dominates the league like if Klopp had Man City.
I disagree. I don't know how you can sort of say otherwise. Really, I don't think you can say that Klopp walks into Man City and Man City continue to do what they're doing, because then you're half disrespecting what Klopp has done. I mean, what Pep has done.
No, I'm not disrespecting it, but I just feel that I just see Klopp doing the same job what Pep done, but I do not see Pep doing the same job that Klopp done at Liverpool, because I don't think he would have the resources. Because I think if you look at Pep has always had a great base of teams where he's managed. So if you look at Bayern, if you look at the base they've had, it's not hard to make that team into a top side. Barcelona, he's had the greatest of the greatest. And in Man City, he's had the best squad with the biggest resources.
But it's unfair, isn't it? Like, we're judging him off something that he can't avoid. It's not his fault that he gets offered the best jobs out there, is it? Like, that's not his fault. That success brings that. Do you know what I mean? It's not his fault that he ended up in a position, fortunate enough, going through the Barcelona B, that he then got promoted to the job at the main job at Barcelona. That's not his fault. If you look at it that way, he did actually work his way up. But people forget that part of it. He wasn't sort of like put there on a platter like, let's say, a Lampard. It wasn't done like that. He actually had to earn his stripes, or a Gerrard. Like, he's earned his stripes. And to walk into a Barcelona team as he did, full of the amount of egos, etc., personalities, superstars, that's an impossible task. Like, I don't think Klopp could have been able to do that, because I don't like. It's a different beast that you got to control. So yes, at the minute, or yes, now Pep very rarely has the main superstars in his team. Like, it's not like he was at Barca or even Bayern even. But even at Bayern, he started buying the more understated player. Because where did Kimmich come from? So he made him a starter straight away and transformed his position. So I don't think it was just the nature of the beast of what he was put into at Barca, and then he was the one that got rid of the big personalities there. He was the one that he brought Ibrahimovic, but he got rid of him very quickly because of the attitude. Etu was another one he got rid of very quickly. Yaya, all great players, all unbelievable players. But from a mentality aspect, they didn't suit what he wanted to do.
I'm not disagreeing with you. He's on all-time great, one of the greats, if not the greatest manager, but definitely the greatest manager of his generation, of what he's done, especially on impact. And I think he's the greatest coach of his generation. But I do think that Klopp's a better manager because of what he's not a manager in the sense of what he's achieved with less resources than.
But I think it's difficult to judge otherwise, because none of them have been in the opposite position. I could understand if Klopp has been in that position at let's say a club of unlimited resources, so to speak, and then he's dominated his field at that end. He hasn't been. He's always been. He's always been at the underdogs, the Dortmunds, the Liverpools. He's never been at the forefront of it all. And he's built his way up. And obviously, he would have the pick of whatever job he wanted should he leave Liverpool. But that's not what I don't see him doing that anyway.
No, you're right. You're right. I think that's Klopp. That's Klopp's makeup. He likes being the underdog. Klopp's at his best when he's the underdog. I think there's the reason being is that he chose Liverpool instead of Man United. I think that's will tell you that
Brother,
he looks
listen,
like the
he didn't
underdog.
choose you over Man United. Like
He
he
chose
wasn't in
he
the running.
chose he
Innit? Like
chose Liverpool over Man United, bro.
you lot had
You
great
wanted him
timing.
first.
You
No,
lot
you wanted him
great timing.
first. He turned you lot down. He said it. He said it out his own mouth. He turned you lot down because your club was a mess. But at the time, you lot were
Was
your team was a mess and your club's a mess. And he wanted Liverpool because he saw the blueprint of what he wanted to do with Man United. I
I
think he
just
just
knew that failure was he's forgiven there, so he knew.
but he
You know
didn't
what I'm
fail
saying?
though, so it's all right.
Huh?
He didn't fail though. He's won every trophy
I'm just
available.
saying he
So
just knew that failure is acceptable there. You know what I'm saying? He get
yeah,
given all the time in the world to do what he wants.
yeah. Liverpool top league. Liverpool
Right.
top league. Yeah. But guys, who do you think's better, Pep, Klopp, or you think it's a tie? Tobias, last word.
Onana in, man. Onana in that fucking Cameroon, and I hope
Uh,
they
mate,
stay in because now he.
listen, I like Cameroon as a nation. I hope you lot get knocked out. We need Anana back, mate. We need more. We
Well,
need more
listen,
comedy. We need
listen,
more comedy.
yeah, I didn't think it could get any worse, but this guy just there's no end.
Yeah,
There's
he's
no
hilarious.
end.
He loves it. All right, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're Raw Talk Football TV. We are out.